Hello everyone, my dear students. Assalamu alaikum and a very good morning to all of you. How are you all? I hope you all are doing great. And Alhamdulillah, I am also fit and fine. My dear students, I am your ICT teacher from English Medium Senior Section Sector 7 of Milestone College, Uttara Dhaka. And my name is Rukaya Banu Pushpa. My dear students, today I am going to take the class of class 6 and this is your first class. So our CW number is 1. Dear students, don't forget to write your CW number, that is 1. We will know from chapter 1. So today your chapter is chapter 1 and our today's topic is introducing information and communication technology. From chapter 1 we will know more about lesson 1 and lesson 2, that is concept of information and communication technology. So let's see what is the concept of information, communication and technology. Best of luck for your today's class. My dear students of class 6, welcome to my ICT class, that is Information, Communication and Technology. As you know, today is the first class of class 6. Today we are going to discuss on chapter 1, lesson 1 and 2. So my dear students, you can see the book from page 2 to 6. Let's start our today's class. Chapter 1, Introducing Information and Communication Technology. ICT, that means Information Communication Technology. ICT, each letter stands for a specific meaning, as I stands for information, C stands for communication and T stands for technology. Now let's see the definition of ICT. ICT is generally defined as technology functioning to support the process of conveying information and communication. With the development of ICT, the communicator and communicant can communicate through telephone, internet, email, satellite, television, video conference and the like. Now, let's know more about ICT in our personal life. That means information, communication and technology in our personal life. New technologies frequently come into being in this world, though we do not get the information in a right way. So, it does not have any impact on us. But information and communication technology is such a kind of advanced technology which has immensely been influencing our lives since its invention. Now let's see a picture which is showing us about the concept of ICT. First of all, you can see here the concept of ICT is gathering data, then presenting data, after that storing data and then processing data. ICT is technology that supports activities involving information. Now come to the main topic of our today's lesson. Lesson 1. Concept of ICT. Information and communication are very familiar words to us. There are many examples of technology around us. When we use the term information and communication technology, ICT, we mean a special concept. Let's imagine some situations to understand that special concept. Let's discuss some incident by which we will understand more about the concept of ICT. Here you can see a picture of incident 1. Incident 1, suppose Siam's house is at Hola in Borishal division. His father runs the family by fishing at the sea. His father always carries a radio while going to the sea by a boat for fishing. One day, Siam asked his father, "Father, why do you always take the radio?" His father answered, "If it rains or storms at the sea, I get the news immediately through the radio." That means you understand that radio is the example of communication and communication through radio is the example of information and communication technology. Here, dear student, you can see a picture of incident 2. Suppose Yunus was a farmer from Netropona district. One day, he was watching a TV program named Krishi Dibanishi in Bangladesh television. From the program, he came to know that a foreign fruit named strawberry could also be cultivated in Bangladesh. And by this news, he cultivated strawberry in his 1 acre land and he earned 1,50,000 by selling this tasty fruit. And his life took a new turn from that day. That means television is one of the example of information and communication technology. And from this, anyone can get the information who lived in a village and who doesn't get the proper network. Here you can see a picture of incident 3. Incident 3, suppose Shravanti was a student who appeared at the final examination in class 5. Her parents thought they would have to go to the school to get the result. But Shravanti told her parents that her result could be known only through a mobile phone. For this, they would have to send an SMS to a specific number and mentioning her roll number and board name only. At first, her parents could not believe it. But after sending the SMS, when they know the result about Shravanti, that Shravanti got GPA 5, they become very happy and Shravanti was happy also. So you can understand that only by sending a SMS you get the result, and this is the use of ICT. Using information communication technology in the right way, you can get these types of facilities. So you can get your result only within a few minutes. Here you can see a picture of incident 4. Suppose Rashid is a student of class 6. He decided to take part in National Essay Writing Competition. The subject of the National Essay Writing Competition was Liberation War of Bangladesh. But he didn't know much about our Liberation War. So when he was thinking where to find the information, the idea of the internet came to his mind. If he go through the internet and in the specific website he get the information of Liberation War. He sat with a computer and downloaded a lot of information from the internet on Liberation War with his father's help. He wrote an essay using this information and sent it to the competition. That means every website has its own specific information. If you go through the website, then you will get the idea. Here you can see a picture of incident 5. Suppose Ria and Ontu are big fan of World Cup cricket and World Cup cricket was being played at Dhaka. Ria and Ontu demanded to their father that they would watch the World Cup cricket. In spite of a lot of efforts, their father could not manage tickets. Suddenly, he remembered that the World Cup cricket is shown live in big TV screens at Dhaka University. On the day of the match, father went there with Ria and Ontu, and thus they could watch the match in a large TV screen, and they felt very happy. That means here you can see the picture which will define how the projector shows the big screen TV or program. Here the structure has given how it is connected with each other. That means multimedia projector is one of the important part of information communication technology. Here you can see a picture of multimedia projector. So you can clearly understand that information technology has not come to this world in one day. There was a time when people could exchange information, but only by talking. Then they started to transfer and preserve information by writing on clay, stones, and barks. The facilities of preserving and transferring information increased when the Chinese invented paper. Information transfer took a new dimension after invention of computer, and information transfer through wireless technology brought the entire world in the grip of mankind. Now This stage ICT is the most important part and parcel of our daily life. The most important part of ICT is using in educational sector. So let's see. ICT in education. Most common understanding of the field of ICTs in education refers to the creation of human resource to meet the IT needs of the knowledge economy. ICT in education policy of a government describes the steps by which computers will be placed in schools, how teachers and students will be provided the basic computer programming skills to cater to the growing job market in computer-based technologies. Lesson 2. Concept of ICT. There was a time when a letter written in one country took 1 to 2 weeks to reach another person in another country. These letters were written on papers and the addresses were written on the envelopes. Then these letters were sent from one country to another either by ship, plane or train. Then these letters were sorted and later manually delivered to the concerned house or persons on the basis of the address written on the envelopes. Such letters are written. People eagerly wait to get a letter from the near and dear ones, but many techniques have now been invented to transfer information regarding work. Everything to this effect has been possible due to information technology. Dear students, here you can see a picture of modern technologies are made through digital electronics. And here you can see a picture of a big house was required to keep the first computer of the world named ENIAC, E-N-I-A-C. Here you can see children are using computers. There was a time when technology was used only by rich countries and organizations. But because all countries and organizations did not have the required number of computers and the ability to use and maintain them, that's why at that time the computer was very low and only for the rich countries. So you can easily understand that computers are now reaching every home. The information technology that was once used only by a big organization and important person is now being used by common people. So you can see that optical fiber and satellites are being used to facilitate communication and internet is being used for transferring information. Information superhighway has been invented to transfer this through optical fiber and satellites. And any information can be equally shared by both most influential person and a very ordinary person through the satellite and the optical fiber. None can tell where this revolution will lead us. By now, all of you must have got an idea about what we mean by information and communication technology. Here you can see a picture of example using ICT in our daily life. GPS, that means Global Positioning System. GPS can locate any place on earth. It helps us to find the location any place of the earth. Then here you can see another example of ICT in our daily and personal life. Reading book by using e-book reader. Can you tell what is the happiest sound to the student? The answer may be different to different people, but we all know that the ringing of the final bell of school is the happiest sound to a student. When the final bell rings, all students feel relaxed and make happy sound all over the world. It is also known to them who think on education. Therefore, they try to make a student's life a bit more interesting. This task has started to become easy with the use of ICT in teaching learning. Now, a learner needs not to listen to his teacher's lecture, nor he or she is to memorize without understanding. Many interesting items of education can now be shown by multimedia. Here you can see another example of using ICT in our personal life. This is the picture of e-reading book. This book helps us to read and we don't need to buy so many books, and it saves our time. We don't need to go out and buy the book. Then it not only saves the money, it also saves the paper, because we can only read this with the help of information communication technology, and ICT has developed this idea for reading the book not using the paper. Here in this picture you can see that a baby is learning how to write with the help of e-writing board. With the help of e-writing board, children can learn how to write, and this is the another advantage of ICT, which is developed by the technology of information and communication. So not only that, children can use ICT or computer in the education sector. That means ICT has immensely changed in every sector. You can see in this picture that children are very happy using ICT in their education. Here you can see a picture of virtual classroom. Virtual classroom only comes by the idea of information communication technology, because if this technology is not developed, then how we do the classes? Like now, I am taking your class with the help of the information communication technology. If this system will not develop, then how will we do the work or do the class? So this is the another positive side. Now here is the picture use of ICT, that not only in the educational system or virtual classroom or medical system, we can use ICT in every sector. Searching documents, websites, networking, accounting, application, communication, content, writing, editing, monitoring, every sector we are using ICT. So we can say that ICT is not only advantage in one sector, it has so many positive sides in every sector of our daily and personal life. My dear students, I hope you have understand the lesson properly. So now I will show you an interesting video about our today's topic. Now let's enjoy the video.
And communication technology. ICT refers to all communication technologies, including the internet, wireless networks, cell phones, computers, softwares, and many more other media applications and services. ICT improves engagement and knowledge retention in education. When ICT is integrated into lessons, students become more engaged in their work. This is because technology provides different opportunity to make it more fun and enjoyable in terms of teaching the same things in different ways. Now it's time for us to understand the basic concepts in ICT. First up, we have technology. Technology refers to a mix of process and products used in application of knowledge. Technology can also be used to support both learning and teaching. Technology infuses classrooms with digital learning tools, such as computers and handheld devices. Next up, we have ICT literacy. ICT literacy is about using digital technology, communication tools, and/or network to access, manage, integrate, evaluate, and create information in order to function in a knowledge society. It is an ability to use tools of information and communication technology to define one's information problem clearly and to access information efficiently. It also evaluates the reliability, authority, and bias of sources. Now, let's move on to educational technology. Now, what is educational technology? Educational technology is the combined use of computer hardware, software, and educational theory and practice to facilitate learning. Educational technology creates, uses, and manages technological process and educational resources to help improve user academic performance. It also refers to the use of technology in teaching and learning. It includes both non-digital and digital. Digital literacy. Digital literacy refers to an individual's ability to find, evaluate, and compose clear information through writing and other media on various digital platforms. Digital literacy is evaluated by an individual's grammar, composition, typing skills, and ability to produce text, images, audio, and design using technology. It is also an ability to use information and communication, requiring both cognitive and technical skills. Now let's get into digital learning. Digital learning is an instructional practice that ultimately helps students. It makes use of a broad range of technology-enhanced educational strategies. It includes blended learning, flipped learning, personalized learning, and other strategies that rely on digital tools to a small or large degree. Digital learning is any type of learning that is accompanied by technology or by instructional practice that makes effective use of technology. Online digital tools and apps use an internet connection. A common example is Skype. Skype is an application software that enables the world's conversations. Millions of individuals and businesses use Skype to make free video and voice one-to-one and group calls, send instant messages, and share files with other people in Skype. You can use Skype on whatever works best for you, on your mobile, computer, or tablet. It is very beneficial because it's easy to use, and it enables you to have conversation with your friends, with your family, or even your lover. Now let us proceed to offline digital tools and apps. It includes Canary Learning. It allows offline access for students to write homework and for teachers to grade it. iBooks, KA Lite. KA Lite is a lightweight web application software allows users without internet access engage with Khan Academy videos and exercises in a completely offline setting. KA Lite brings flipped classroom model to some of the most remote areas in the world. Plus, it is free to download and free to use. It runs on Linux, Mac, and even Windows. Instructional technology. Instructional technology is the branch of education concerned with the scientific study of instructional design and development. The main purpose of instructional designers is to create engaging, effective learning experiences. Instructional technology is the theory and practice of design, development, utilization, management, and evaluation of the processes and resources for learning. Now let's get into software. Software is a set of instructions, data, or programs used to operate computers and execute specific tasks. Examples of applications include office suites, database programs, web browsers, word processors, software development tools, image editors, and communication platforms. Software refers to program control instructions and accompanying documents stored on disks or tapes when not being used in computers. Now we have multimedia. Multimedia is sequential use of a variety of formats in a given presentation or self-study programs. Multimedia means that computer information can be represented through audio, video, and animated in addition to traditional media. Multimedia displays information that is being represented, stored, transmitted, and processed digitally. Internet. Internet is a global computer network providing a variety of information and communication facilities, consisting of interconnected networks using standardized communication protocols. Internet is a network infrastructure. It is generally defined as a global network connecting millions of computers. Well, I don't disagree. The World Wide Web. World Wide Web, also called as a web, is a graphical environment that allows you to access, view, and maintain documentation that can include text, data, sound, and videos of the Internet. It is an information system where documents and other web resources are identified by uniform resource locators, which may be interlinked by hypertext and are accessible over the Internet. Web access. Web access is the ability of learners to access the Internet at any point during the lesson in order to take advantage of the array of available education resources. Web access means having a connection to the World Wide Web through an access provider or an online service provider such as America Online. For data access, access is usually specified as read-only access and read or write access. WebQuest. WebQuest is an inquiry-oriented lesson format in which most or all of the information that learners work with comes from the web. This can be created using various programs, including a simple word processing document that includes links to websites. In WebQuest, teachers provide their students with a document that includes links to websites to use the information according to the activity that they have given. WebQuest supports critical thinking through analyzing, creating, and evaluating. Now let's move on to productivity tools. Productivity tools refers to any type of software associated with computers and related technologies that can be used as tools for personal, professional, or classroom productivity. Productivity tools is a software or technology that a teacher uses to complete a job. Example, software such as Microsoft Word or Microsoft Excel. Technology tools. Technology tools is an instrument used for doing work. It can be anything that helps you accomplish your goal with the use of technology. This includes data or calculation tools, design tools, discussion tools, email tools, and even handheld device. Now let's move on to blog. Blog is an online journal where posted information from both teachers and students are arranged. Three kinds includes blogs for communication, blog for instruction, and blogs for both. A blog is a means of sharing thoughts and ideas with the world. Your blog can be a personal diary, a project collaboration tool, a guide, or any means of communicating and publishing information on the web. Its uses are as limitless as your imagination. Wiki. Wiki is an editable website usually with limited access. It allows students to collaboratively create and post written works or digital files, such as digital photos or videos. Example is Wikipedia. Wiki allows users to add and update content on the site using their own web browser. Wiki is a website that allows visitors to make changes, contributions, or corrections. Now moving on. Flipped Classroom. Flipped Classroom utilizes a reverse instruction delivery, where the teacher is required to use the web resources as homework or out-of-class activity as initial instructions of the lesson, which will be discussed during class time. A flipped classroom is an instructional strategy and a type of blended learning, focused on student engagement and active learning, giving the instructor a better opportunity to deal with the mixed levels, student difficulties, and a differentiated learning preferences during in-class time. Podcast. Podcast is an episodic series of spoken word digital audio files that a user can download to a personal device for easy listening. Streaming applications and podcasting services provide a convenient and integrated way to manage a personal consumptions queue across many podcast sources and playback devices. Podcast is a video or audio multimedia clip about a single topic, typically in format of the radio talk show. Two basic functions are retrieve information and to disseminate information. Google Apps. Google Apps is a cloud-based teaching tool which is stored in a Google server and is available for students both at home and in school.
Now, dear students, let's rewind our today's class and let's see what we have learned from our today's lesson. ICT plays a vital role both in our daily and personal life. We use ICT regularly in our working and educational field. We preserve and exchange the memorable events with the help of ICT. Modern technologies are made through digital electronics. We can build up our social network using ICT. Now, my dear students, let's see the related questions of our today's lesson from lesson 1 and 2 of chapter 1. Number 1. What do you mean by digital Bangladesh? This question consists 5 marks. Number 2. What do you mean by global village? This question consists 5 marks. Number 3. What is the meaning of ICT? Describe about it. The first part of this question consists 2 and describing about it consists 3. Total 5 marks. Number 4. That is last but not the least. What are the uses of ICT? This question consists 5 marks. Dear students, as you know, today is the first class from chapter 1. So, today your homework number is 1. Don't forget to write your homework number, that is 1. And your homework is learn and write. First question, what do you mean by digital Bangladesh? Second question, what do you mean by global village? These two questions you will learn and write from today's lesson. My dear students, I hope you all have understand our today's lesson properly and also enjoyed our video. Thank you all for your nice cooperation. Stay safe at your home and take care of yourself. In advance, I want to wish you all a very, very happy new year. Bye-bye.